Alright guys, so where I left off is my first appointment with my doctor. And I talked about how I found my doctor. It was a couple recommendations from people I knew. It was just a combination of going online. That's pretty much all you have these days. And the one thing I didn't mention last video was I check with my insurance. That's another important thing you should do, is always check with your insurance to make sure you're in coverage, in network. I have pretty decent insurance. Like I said, me and my wife own our own company, so we had to go with individual care, so I did a little shopping around. There were some cheaper plans out there, but I went with Anthem and Blue Cross tonic plan. It's for younger people, I guess. And it's been great so far, to be honest with you. I went with a name brand company because I knew it would give me more access to more people and regular doctors, and I wouldn't have to worry about being out of network or out of coverage or anything like that. But anyway, so I went and saw my doctor, and my knee initially was in kind of a big knee immobilizer. Didn't let my leg move that much at all. And then he gave me this. It's called he called it a Playmaker brace. It's basically like neoprene, like a swimsuit, or not a swimsuit, a wetsuit. And it's kind of stretchy. It's got straps. It's got, you know, metal bars to kind of stop your lateral movement, I guess you would say. And that's the problem with the ACL. You don't have a problem bending this way. It's when you go like this that you have an issue. So it stops. And then they have these things that you can kind of open up and mess with your flexing or whatever. But I hate this. This thing is my enemy for two reasons. One is because it's this neoprene, all right, and it's summertime right now, and it gets sweaty and damp, and it starts rubbing, and I don't like it. And two, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it has like these seams on the back of the knee right here, and that digs into the back of my leg. And you know, I wear it. I don't have fun wearing it. It's not an enjoyable thing. I don't find myself taking walks just to wear it. But this is why I bring this up. My doctor gave this to me just kind of willy-nilly. You know, here you go. I want you to wear this after you get, he said about a week after the swelling goes down, put this on and kind of wear it until you have surgery to make sure your knee's alright. Whatever, fine. Didn't think about the cost, and I didn't think about really trying it out that much, asking questions. But I got a bill, and I hadn't met my deductible yet. Had I met my deductible, that would have been all covered. I have met it now, but that brace, they billed me $675 for this brace. This brace. Not, I mean, it's not carbon fiber, it doesn't make me breakfast, it does not read me bedtime stories. $675 for this, alright? Now, I may seem outraged, but that's only because I went online, was able to find the same exact brace for $125. And I really couldn't even price a knee brace that you could find online, even, that's my dog, Sadie, even find a brace that wasn't like, you know, graphite, titanium, alloy, but was like that. It's called a Playmaker. You can Google it, like FootJoy makes them, for over like, you know, $300–400. So I'm going to contact them and just be like, okay, what's the deal? I'm clearly being overcharged on this. I'll pay for the brace. Look, I mean, I know that you can't get things for free. So just be conscious when you go to the doctor, you go to the orthopedic surgeon. If you've met your deductible and everything's taken care of, then by all means, ask for the Ritz. Ask for 2 knee braces for all I care. But if you have to pay for things, be conscious. I learned that now. Just say, you know, how much is this? Is there another alternative? Can I get something online? Can I get something by myself? And that would just be my advice. I bought my knee immobilizer at a medical supply store for 30 bucks. Now, if I would have done that, it probably would have been cheaper. But again, they just gave it to me and I accepted it. And, long story short, so that kind of put a little bit of a bitter taste in my mouth from them. And I guess they didn't really do anything wrong, but it was just from a fact. Look, I mean, this thing is, I mean, if I can go online, look at it, and find it for $120, there's no way why it should cost $700. I understand they need to make money, but that just seems a little bit excessive. So that was a little tip there, and then that brings me to my MRI. So they gave me the option of doing a closed MRI or a open MRI, and I guess the difference is that when you get your knee, when you get a knee MRI, you go into the tube, and basically your arms are confined. I'm a bit claustrophobic and weird, I guess. So when you're laying in the MRI, your head's not in the machine because they're just doing your knee, but your arms are at your side and you're strapped down, so you can't move. That freaks me out a little bit. That gave me the willies. So they gave me the option of doing an open MRI, which I guess is newer but pretty common. You could pretty much find it anywhere. If I had it in New Hampshire, you could probably get one anywhere. And this is basically like, instead of it being closed, it's just one on top, one on the bottom, like like 2 hamburger buns, and you slide in there. My head was just out, my whole body was in, but again, there was nothing conforming. My arms, you have to stay still so they can get a good picture, but it wasn't like you're confined. So I would recommend doing an open MRI. It's the same exact thing, and sometimes the open MRIs are even a little bit newer, so you actually get a little bit of a better picture, a little bit more detail. So I went in for my MRI, and it's pretty routine. It's kind of loud, actually. There's a lot of like knocking, but I guess it's from the magnets moving. But they give you earplugs, at least mine did. They give you earplugs and then headphones, and you can pick like what music station you wanted to. I'm a bit of an old person in my mindset, so I actually had them put on NPR because I didn't feel like listening. I listen to Sirius radio all the time in my car, so I didn't really feel like listening to, you know, top 40 songs or anything like that. So they got a kick out of that. A younger guy wanted to listen to NPR, but that was that. And I think that's about it for right now. What I'm going to go into next time is my second visit and kind of what to pay attention for with your second visit, because this was pretty important for me, what questions you ask and stuff like that when they review your MRI. So, okay.